Hello, everyone. 42 CEO commentary back here with another video. And today we're going to be talking about Ye and just how it's so over. It's been over the last few weeks, but I think honestly this is, and probably the worst way possible, the cherry on top for him in terms of the nail in the coffin, the dagger in the chest, the thing to end it all. So, Ye, if you were living under a rock and didn't know, has been on a bit of a Twitter rant. I would say it's not even a rant; it's just hateful speech and rhetoric used that shouldn't be used, very ignorant, naive, absolutely gross behavior. And he has since now logged off on Twitter, actually thanking Elon Musk for allowing him to rant. Interesting. But since then, there was word this morning that a new lawsuit had been filed. And I want to talk about this lawsuit because, again, I think this is kind of the ending to the story with Ye as of right now, and in terms of really the nail in the coffin. I think this is just the one thing that could really allow no one to support him in future ways. And so let's talk about it. We'll get into it. But this lawsuit was filed this morning. I believe it's mostly a civil lawsuit, and it's really really bad. So basically, Ye is being sued by a former staff who was fired after being called ugly and texting these words right here, which that in itself is just absolutely horrible. And within this lawsuit, it also includes some messages where he wrote certain phrases like this and this. Welcome to the first day of working for. I mean, what is going through his mind? I think it's really just a mixture of mental illness, being misinformed, uneducated, and yeah, not being properly medicated. But absolutely horrible stuff. So the suit is basically alleging that there were gender, religious discrimination going on, and then also, of course, wrongful termination. I would say there's probably a lot of other issues going on here. And as we actually know, there was reports from Adidas employees about a year ago, I'd say, kind of claiming that Ye was going around making these same remarks. So as unfortunate as his ex kind of rant was with the claims he was making, the shirts he was selling, unfortunately, this has been something Ye has kind of been doing a while. And I really hate to say that, but I think it's really just showing through this lawsuit, of course, and then also the rant made by Ye. I think that's really the important piece I want to get here is a lot of people, that I speak to talk about what Ye's been saying, and of course, very disappointed by it, frustrated as fans, and really feel as if they can no longer support him. And, they say certain things as if, I never knew, didn't understand, haven't seen this before. But if you really go back to it and you look at what Ye's been doing and what he's been talking about for a while, he's really been making these claims. I think the only time or the only reason this time is different is because he's been making them so frequently through his X accounts and Twitter account. He's been, constantly perpetuating those claims. Even with the claims from the Adidas employees and lawsuits like this, they can kind of get, buried under current news because people read it, they see it, they're like, oh, wow. And that's it. But I think the reason why people are talking about it so much now is because Ye's doing it himself. It's not as if they're just claims being made about him or clips from podcasts. They're claims he's making on a consistent basis. And that's why I find this so, just honestly disgusting is that he actually believes this stuff and he's, continuously making that. But I think in terms of, Ye or Kanye West, however you want to refer to him as an artist, it's actually really crazy to see in terms of his PR and what people believed about him at a national level. Of course, people thought he was crazy, people hated him, all that stuff. But in terms of the hip hop community, I would say around the Grammys, his PR really wasn't that bad. Like, people really were like, okay, yeah, whatever. He's still kind of crazy. He's still saying crazy stuff. But nominated for a Grammy, he's going to go to the Grammys, and he's going to have this cool after Grammy party. And then even with the red carpet, of course, he was getting a lot of hate for that because that was just very strange. But some of the fans in the hip hop community really didn't mind it because they've seen kind of stuff like this before. Him exploiting his wife, and it's not really a good thing. It's actually a horrible thing. But the Ye community and the hip hop community had seen it before. So going into the Grammy party, I'd say PR wise, from the hip hop community standpoint, really wasn't that bad. And then, of course, after that, with Twitter, everything like that, it definitely went downhill. But it's actually really surprising. And now I'd say, in terms of him in a rollout, he had been talking about dropping Bully, June 5th or June 15th, something around there. But I feel as if it's really just beneficial not to listen to that. And I'm being completely honest with it. I really do believe that it's not really beneficial to listen to his music because not only is he just making claims about, people and genders and religious organizations that are horribly hateful and ignorant, but his music also is really at a low standing point right now. I mean, he's talking about AI. He's wanting to use it, wanting to enhance it. He believes it's as if it's auto-tuned. So with the use of AI, I mean, I guess if you're a pioneer in the AI space and you want artists to use AI, sure, fine. Maybe it's great. But for most of us hip-hop fans, we don't like this. We don't want this. And yeah, this is not good. We've seen artists potentially be using it or have help from it, especially taking inspiration from Ye. So I think it's just a really negative thing, and I think unfortunately Ye's music is in a downward spiral, unless he decides to, of course, get rid of the AI, take a new approach. But even then, with what he said, I think it's just important to kind of, close the book, realize that it's really over for Ye in terms of being an artist, and focus on new music. Now, one of the last things I wanted to say too is I'm curious if artists who are very heavily associated with him, I'm wondering if they will continue to try to utilize his inspiration and the relationship they have with him and have him a part of their future albums. And I'll just say it specifically, I wonder if Playboi Carti is planning on having any Ye ties for IM Music. I know IM Music rollout's in a bit of a dull period right now. It seems like it's never going to drop, but I do believe it will eventually. Sometime. It's going to have to. But I'm curious, will Ye be a part of it at all? Through production, through even creative direction, maybe through a feature? Will he have him involved? I would hope no. That's what I hope. I hope it's a no. But you really don't know with Playboi Carti. We don't know what the behind the scenes looks like. We don't really know what's going to happen. So we'll kind of just have to wait and see. But he's been a part of his music career for a little bit now. I mean, he literally produced one of his newest songs, 2024. So we'll see what happens in the future. I'm wondering what you guys think about that. But just wanted to talk about that lawsuit, where Ye's career is at, and then, of course, how it affects other artists. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, though, and I hope you guys are enjoying all the content coming lately. I'm very excited for what's next. And, yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys.